All right, you guys, get in here. There seems to be another person that I am taking issue with as it relates to this Anitabaker, Anitabaker babyface situation, and that is the one and only Patti Jackson. That's right. Patti Jackson, lady, you know what? I'm very disappointed in you right now and the things that you had to say about your encounter with Anitabaker. And once again, I'm going to have to call foul a foul when I see it. So let's go ahead on and get right into it. You know, you guys won't let me go to sleep around here, I see. So there I am. You know what? I like Patti Jackson for the most part, especially when she, updates you on the news, so on and so forth. I have, always followed, some of her, entertainment news, and there's no reason why, I shouldn't follow it now. However, the thing that I dislike at this moment of time about the things that Patti Jackson had to say about Anitabaker makes me go, lady, why all of a sudden you saying this? Because it looks like you're trying to paint Auntie Anita in a negative light when there's no reason for you to do so. Like, again, your reasoning or your encounter with Anitabaker, according to you, and how uncomfortable you say it was, it's just not adding up. It's almost like you're using this as an opportunity to say how you really and truly feel about Auntie Anita. Then what did Patti Jackson say? I'm glad that you guys brought this up. Glad you asked this question. So there I am. I happen to be over on Purposely, like I like Patti Jackson's show. So I'm purposely over there, just getting a take on, some of the entertainment news, so on and so forth. And so she starts to talk about Anitabaker and basically saying that Anitabaker in this particular situation with Babyface is coming off as the mean auntie, all right? The mean auntie that no one wants to be around. That's how she says Anitabaker is coming off. Now, that's her opinion, so that's cool. It's what it is. Everybody's entitled. As my mother would tell me, baby, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one. So again, everybody has an opinion. So that's not necessarily the issue. The issue that I take with Patti Jackson is that she said that one of her encounters with Anitabaker, according to her, this is what she put up, and I'm paraphrasing it. It's definitely not word for word, but in so many words, she was saying that she was at one of Anitabaker's shows and she was asked, Anitabaker asked her to come backstage, have dinner with me, eat with me, so on and so forth. And so now Patti, in order to put her 2 cents in this to try to do a smear campaign against Anitabaker, she's going to say, my interactions with Anitabaker that night, I was so uncomfortable that I just didn't even want to eat her food. Like, I didn't want to eat the food. And Anitabaker was pretty much, asking her, why is it that you're not eating? And she was like, oh, no, I'm good. I don't want to eat anything. Okay, so that's your encounter, Patti? You mean to tell me your nasty encounter with Auntie Anita, as you called her, is the fact that she asked you to come backstage, ma'am. You came backstage with her to eat, and Anitabaker was so uncivilized towards you by extending an invitation to eat backstage that you felt so uncomfortable with her to the point where you didn't want to eat her food. You didn't say anything about her cussing you out. You didn't say anything about her, being mean, nasty to you, or anything like that. She just extended a, dinner invitation to you to come backstage to eat with her, and you declined. If she extended an invitation for you to come back to eat and you didn't eat anything, you didn't eat a nibble on anything, or you didn't sip anything, then ma'am, you were the rude one. You're the one who went to Anitabaker's show. She invited you to come backstage to at least have a drink or something with you, and then you said you're not hungry. That, ma'am, is not good manners. A person who have manners should say, well, oh no, I just eat a little bit of this. I'm not hungry. I just ate, but you know what? I'll, eat a little bit of this and call it a day. You didn't have to have a whole plate, but I could see that if Anitabaker invited you to come back to eat dinner with her, and then all of a sudden the things that you said you wanted, that you saw that was on the table or where however the placement was, and then you asked, oh well, I want to have some of this and some of that, and then she said, oh no, you can't have that. That's mine. That's only for me. Now I can see if you was wanted to eat particular items and she was being nasty to you about certain things that you were not supposed to eat because they were hers, but that's not what you said. You just simply said, oh no, I just didn't want to eat anything. Like I just wasn't eating anything. Like I just didn't want to be around her. I just didn't want to be there. That's pretty much how you was coming off. Like you felt so uncomfortable regarding the invitation, ma'am. I just don't get this. See, you have to sometimes be very careful about people and how they feel about you. And then they wait to the perfect opportunity to all of a sudden to start saying nasty things about you. Again, this here is not a smear campaign about Anitabaker. I promise you. Only thing I know about this lady is her music and what she says in interviews and her interactions, so on and so forth. But again, I have never heard anyone say that she treated them miserably, meaning that she was a bad person. All right. Yes, she probably been a little rough around the edges as it relates to her career and how to get things done and how she wanted things done. But everybody is that way. Nobody has a good boss. Nobody. I have to learn and accept that myself. Nobody have what we would call perfect bosses at the end of the day. We don't. And I just don't believe, man, that you actually stood up there and said this and then pretty much said in your, segment, oh yeah, you know what? It's like the auntie, the mean auntie, nobody wants to be around it. And when you go over to her house, everybody was like, man, we got to go over there. Or she's coming over to, where everybody else is. And, oh man, she's coming over here. Like, that's how you feel about Anitabaker, because that's what you're saying to me. That's how you feel about her now. That when I see her coming, I just don't want to. I just don't want to be around her. I just really and truly don't. Ma'am, I'm done with you today too. Yeah, I'm still gonna watch your show because I like your show, so on and so forth. But y'all need to be mindful of all this stuff that y'all say, and as if some people don't use their common sense. Oh Lord have mercy! I tell you, y'all. It is what it is. All right. Y'all have a good one.